statement from Coach Cumby, then we'll jump into questions.
Well, obviously just disappointed, very disappointed in our performance on offense. Oklahoma State's a really good football team, defensively, offensively, on special teams. Coach Gundy, we talked about it during the week. He's done a great job with that team and that program. Our players played really hard and inspired on defense. Offensively, we could never get into a rhythm. And then I thought we used Austin McNamara too much, but he was a game changer. I mean, he did a great job punting the football, but just disappointed in really the performance, the result, and then just we had a great crowd. They showed up, supported these seniors and these players tonight, and I really just wish that we would have played better and performed better on offense, and then given ourselves a chance to be competitive at the end and win a football game. And but one of the things I told our players is I was extremely proud of their effort, their fight, their passion. We just didn't make enough plays on offense.
Go ahead and go into questions. Go up to TV right there. Great.
Obviously, their defense was as advertised. What exactly, though, were they doing to keep y'all from getting into a rhythm or gaining momentum?
They were as advertised. Their defensive front was really good. They're very stout. They're hard to move, really hard to create any space in the run game. And then in the back end, they just did a really good job with their man coverage. Of disguising, playing enough zone to keep you off balance, giving you really a pre-snap look of it always being the same, whether it was going to be man or zone. They did just enough of the zone looks to keep our quarterbacks guessing and to keep them off balance. And hats off to Coach Knowles. He's done a phenomenal job. They've done a great job, really good defense. And, obviously our execution on offense was not very good tonight.
Your seniors, obviously not the way they wanted to close out here at the Jones, but just what do they mean to you?
Yeah, they won't be defined by this game. They're not going to be defined by one result, one outcome. The group of seniors that walked out before the game have a tremendous amount of character. They have a tremendous amount of competitive character, and they really care. And because that's what I told them at the beginning of this week when they stood up. I said, when players, you talk all the time about coaches inspiring players. Well, players inspire coaches as much as anything, and those guys inspired me to come here. If this place was so broken, they wouldn't have stayed. They wouldn't have came back and chosen to have the COVID year and come back and be super seniors, because it's so easy to leave in college football. It's so easy to go somewhere else, and they chose to stay, and that was really inspiring to me and inspiring to these other coaches. And tremendous amount of character. A lot of these guys, I'm very, very glad that they'll be able to go to a bowl game. Some of them, there's only a handful of guys on this team that'll be able to, and they will not be defined by the result of this football game and by the outcome of this football game tonight. And we have 2 more left, and I anticipate those guys leading us with a lot of fire, with a lot of passion, and then we have to have a lot of better execution on offense. But these seniors are a great group. They're a really good group of kids that have a lot of character, and I think some of them have a lot of football ahead of them. But if they don't have football ahead of them, they're going to be successful because they've stood in the midst of a time where there's been a lot of momentum go against them. And they've continued to show up every single day. And so whether you're looking to have somebody in the world of business to work with or for, there's a lot of good dudes on this team that you should choose from.
Defense, but able to hold them to a couple of field goals there in the first half. I mean, and pretty much the whole game.
Defense played well enough for us to win, David. Yeah, they did. I mean, they battled. They held them to field goals. They stood up whenever we fumbled the ball in the red zone and held them to a field goal. And Oklahoma State, they do a nice job on offense, but I think Warren, our guys, again, against the run, show up again and did a good job on defense and, holding them to field goals. Because if you do that in this league, you should have a chance, to be in the ball game in the fourth quarter and have a chance to win it. And we just didn't give them enough help.
What's it mean to you guys as a coaching staff, though, to see the defense continue to do that for 4 quarters?
Well, I think it's just a testament to Coach Patterson and the staff there that they've continued to inspire and engage those young men, and that's what we want to try to do for these next couple of games is to keep them playing hard, just to keep them fighting. And you look across the landscape of college football, and you watch how teams finish seasons. And this game, the result is not what we wanted, but is your team fighting? Are the kids playing really hard? Are they playing really hard for themselves and each other? And that's what our group did tonight. Our production on offense held us back more than anything else.
I know it was probably more so their defense than you guys offensively, but you switched to Barron there in the third quarter. thoughts there?
Yeah, I just wanted Donovan to come out and take a couple series to really just kind of catch his breath, to calm down, and to watch from the sideline, and to get a few series. Let Barron get in there and get his feet wet a little bit against a really good defense, and let Donovan see the plays and see everything from the sideline and kind of calm down a little bit.
Only a few dropbacks for Barron, but what did you see from him tonight?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of sample size is very small. You have to watch it on film to see. I think he was under a little bit of pressure, and so I just have to wait till I see it on film from the standpoint of watching his eyes and where he's at. Did a nice job of scrambling on the near sideline and getting some yards and positive yards, but have to watch and see. He made a good check, and then I have to see kind of why he didn't throw it when he made the check that he did.
Young quarterback like Donovan playing against a defense this good, what can you sort of learn from a tough game like this going forward?
Well, football's a humbling game. The highest of highs last week and the lowest of lows this week, and you got to try to find your airplane to land somewhere in between in terms of your performance. And I think all of us can take a lot from this game, not just Donovan or Barron or the offensive line or receivers. I mean, we just collectively just did not play very well, and it comes back to at the end of the day, you didn't coach very well.
Sonny, considering you had the young quarterbacks who were kind of overwhelmed tonight by the strong defense, was Henry not available at all?
Well, he was more on an emergency basis just in terms of practice. This week he didn't, coming back into practice, didn't get a ton of reps. And that's kind of the way I felt about it is without getting him in there with a lot of team reps, I think it wouldn't have been that fair to him to throw him out there.
And so if he had say, a regular week of practice, you would have gone to him when, at what point?
I can't say. I mean, I don't know. It would have just, because a regular week of practice, how does he do with those practice reps? How does he look? And so it's hard to guess on that one, Don.
Obviously, nobody was getting much done in the rushing game, but it seemed like Sir Roderick he only had 5 carries for the game, and not hardly any in the first half. Was he anything wrong with him or?
No, nothing was wrong with any of the running backs. It was just really it was tough sledding running the football against those guys.
And obviously, you were not with Texas Tech last year, and you're not on Oklahoma State's side, but a lot of those guys on defense, it's a lot of the same names, and Tech scored 44 points against them last year. From your observation, what do you think they have done to take such a dramatic step up defensively?
Yeah, I think that, from one thing, this game and just watching it on the field and going through it is we didn't make a lot of the 50-50 catches in this game tonight that they made last year. And going back and watching that game, we had 50-50 one-on-one opportunities against man coverage that we didn't make the throw or we didn't make the catch. And I think that they're just a team that's really playing well together. Again, I said this week, when you have guys that are good players, that are talented and have a lot of experience, they've seen just about anything an offense can throw at you in this league. And so in terms of play recognition, route recognition, they're really good. And you have to be on your game in terms of execution. And so I think that's where they probably have elevated, is just with the experience. And then you just see a team, a defense and a team that's really playing well together. And their front, I would say their front is probably, the best front that we've gone against.
Any other questions?
All right. Thank you all.
start with Josh Berger. DeMarcus Fields should be here in a few moments. We'll start with Don.
Like in the trenches tonight.
I mean, it was a battle. They're everything and more that we thought they were going to be. And respect to them, they're a stout D line. I'd say even from last year. I mean, they're much improved. 89, 98, number 9, 42. I mean, they were all. I mean, they're legit. I mean, they're really good defensive line.
I was going to say, I asked Sonny, their defense, it's a lot of the same names from last year. And last year, you guys scored 44 points against them. From what you've observed, what do you think they did to improve, taking such a dramatic step up?
I think schematically, I think they're doing a little bit more. I think they have the same guys, but honestly, I mean, and not to take anything away from them, great defense. I mean, they really are. I mean, again, all respect to them. I think we just had we kind of shot ourselves in the foot, too many times tonight, and that was really the big problem.
And I guess kind of a dumb and obvious question, but was it due to y'all's offense when you can't really get anything much going in the run game?
Yeah, it just seemed like we never got anything clicking. We never really got in a groove. It seemed like it was either us up front, we messed something up, or there's something going on in the back, or there's a miscommunication, or this, that, or other. I mean, it just seemed like it was one thing after another, and that's tough. It's tough especially when you can't, develop your run game, So that definitely makes things tough.
Go ahead and have DeMarcus Fields going.
It's good, brother.
How much?
Coach Brady.
Yeah, Josh, with 2 games left, what's kind of y'all's mindset going forward into these last 2 games?
First and foremost, obviously, we want to, take care of Baylor. That's another big game, and we have to go to their place. So we want to definitely go in and take care of business, and then we'll worry about the bowl game later. But definitely right now, just Baylor's our main priority and focus.
Then DeMarcus, Sonny said that the defense played well enough to win tonight. What did you feel like y'all were doing well out there?
I feel like we did well, but it's just not the defensive side of the game as well. I feel like it takes all three phases to win a game, and to me, we'll get back on that Monday with practice.
And for either or both of you, senior night, obviously not the way you wanted to go out, but Coach said you're not going to be defined by this game. What did it mean to play one last time here at the Jones?
I love it. So, regardless of win or loss, it's something I remember forever. And I won plenty of times in there, so I will always remember those.
Yeah, definitely a blessing, just to be able to go out there and play, get the opportunity, get an extra year because of COVID, so that was awesome. And like he said, we've won some other games in there, so I'm not going to let this one kind of define my experience at the Jones.
DeMarcus, could you speak more to the way the defense played? I mean, Coach Cumbie mentioned the fact that, not that you guys ever give up, but I mean, you were with them the whole game and made it difficult for them the entire contest.
We just try to do our job. I feel like that's probably the most important thing that we try to do, and we played really well. We could have played better. We had some missed opportunities out there as well. But I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of my guys, if it's on offense, defense, special teams. I'm just proud of them, man. That's just like how they fight, regardless of the situation, regardless if we win or lose.
When you guys have a game like this, how quickly do you move on? I mean, I know you guys are probably going to watch film tomorrow, but is it over tonight? I mean, can you get over it that quick?
Honestly, I dropped it already. You feel me? I don't like to dwell on things, and usually we'll watch corrections, fix the corrections, but yeah, we'll be over that game by tomorrow.
Yeah, just we'll get in tomorrow and we'll watch film, and it'll be done then, and we'll move on to Baylor.
And Josh, more on their defensive line. I mean, you guys couldn't get anything going, run. I mean, what more can you say about the way they were able to stifle you guys both in the run and the pass?
Yeah, they just, they showed up and they had a great game, great plan. Again, like I said, they were much improved from last year. I mean, that's a different defense than we played last year. Obviously, same guys, but they're all much improved, and credit to them. I mean, they're a legit defense. And yeah, like you said, we couldn't really get anything going. We never really got in a groove. We couldn't get the run game going. We couldn't get the pass game going. So, and then like I said, it was just kind of one thing after another. If it was us or someone else, and it was just, it wasn't good.
Josh, I know you just took a few snaps, but what did you see from Barron in terms of composure in the huddle and at the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, just a young kid, ready and eager to get after it. I went up to him and just, told him, calm down, it's okay. But yeah, kid's got a bright future here at Tech. But he did what he could for the few snaps he was in, and I'm proud of him.
Any more questions for the guys? All right. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.